Okay, so today, or well, the last few days, I have been working on making a people system for the shoppers. What did I have to set to? Okay, so this guy will buy things. Uh, I also made a thing for the rhythm game to play itself because I was getting bored of that. So how this works is this shop assigner, which functions identically the to the thing, the similar thing from the dig site, will assign a shopper a set of three destinations, or send them to your shop if there is, or if there isn't already someone there. We'll also do it. Also, instead of like a random chance for it to happen, for someone to go to your shop, it is now a guarantee up until a certain threshold has been passed. So instead of a 20% chance, it'll be the first 20 out of 100 shoppers will go to your shop, guaranteed. Well, if there is space available to shop at your shop, I guess. Oh well. Yeah, and then they will go to the exit where they will then be destroyed because I didn't want to recycle them. And then when they get destroyed, it will summon a new shopper, or in this case, three new shoppers, and then it'll tick down. Wait, what? How did that happen? That shouldn't even be possible. Why did it do that? That's um I have no clue how that happened, but let's just ignore it. Uh yeah. And then as a failsafe, if the shoppers have been on the map for too long, hang on. Alright, as you can see, it gets a bit congested, so as a failsafe, if there have if the people have been on the map for too long, you're welcome. Then uh, then their colliders will shrink, and then they'll just stop colliding with each other. How long have I been recording this? Okay, 3 minutes. Okay, now let me let me show you the code. Here's for the failsafe I just mentioned. This is started right next to this one. I had to implement a double check with a delay because if I didn't, then they would just walk right past your shop instead of shopping, which would leave the shopping or the rhythm game running, and then someone else might walk into that. And I don't know. It's just I didn't like that. Okay. So I added two new destination types, 10 and 11. 10 is for if they're going to your stand. It will check if the stand has, or if their destination has the stalled data holder. If it does, it will go to, or it will wait until the game, or it will, if it does and the game is active, which it should be if they are colliding with it, which they should be if they are at the destination, If the data holder has the game registered as being active, then it will continuously wait until that is no longer the case, at which point it will remove itself from the current or from the your shopper so that someone else can shop at your shop, and then it will increment the destination number. And then here's I this yeah standard exit stuff, except now it checks for it to assign the exit, or it does a thing for it to assign the exit from the task assigner, and so it can split it into two separate exits. What? Um. What? I thought that. Oh, okay. Yeah, if it registers that the current worksite exit is a 0, then it will set it to the original destination. If it is a 1 or not a 0, I guess, I will set it to the backup destination. This is to help reduce congestion. And then, yeah. You may notice there's a yield break. That is because I changed this to an IE numerator instead of a void, so that I can have weights with time and all that. And then destination 11, or destination type 11, is essentially the same thing, except without the check for if the game is over. Yeah. Here is stall data holder. It grabs the... Okay, so on trigger enter, if the trigger is... if the other guy has this as the destination, that's so it doesn't, so guys just walking by can't activate it. If they have this as their destination, it will start the game, and then when the game is started, it assigns that this game has been started to stall data holder, and then it assigns it as ended when it's ended. Yeah. I did, shopper cycler. This is destroys a shopper for, and then every time to clone, it repeats this, which makes a new copy at the shopper spawn point. And then if this ever goes over 80, the limit is 99, but I did 80 just to be safe, because if any of the shoppers have the same priority, they will bunch up and just swirl around unproductively. Shop priority equals 0, and then times to clone will go down by 1. So that, like, as the day goes on, there'll be like a small amount of people, and then bigger amount of people, and then it'll like slow down near the end of the day, I guess. Oh yes. If duty type is 5, which is the duty type for shopping, as in the on trigger enter, then if this is to get a reference to the seller for the dig points. If the seller has products available, then check if there is a shopper already there. If not, then check for the shop chance. And if the shop chance and if it's like, so for here that'd be like 1 and then 20. If this is over 20, then you can skip this. Or then if it's over 20, then send it to the set of destinations. If it is under 20, then set it to go to your shop. And then incrementally place in shop chance, and then when that flows, or then when that's over 100, set it to 1 again. And then if someone is already at the shop, then just send them to somewhere else. And then if the shop is full, send them to somewhere else. And then increment to this shop priority variable and assign the avoidance priority of the agent to shop priority so that they all don't have the same priority and go nowhere because they're running into each other. I also modified the stands a bit. I added this lever so you can pull it so that, okay, well, before this was the button to start the game, but I didn't need that anymore, so I repurposed it into this lever that lets you, you have to pull it to lock in or to commit your crops to being sold. Let me demonstrate that. And you can also pull crops out now. Okay, so, yep, if I pull the crop out, and then, oh, where did he go? Huh. Anyway, yeah, so if I do this and then pull the lever, all those crops will get committed, and then I can pull them out to, okay, well, I would be able to pull them out if there weren't 999 of them, and then that would remove them from the list. So let's go into how that works. So this is like a loading crops into the store mechanic. So if there is, okay, so now there is a max products per type and a product number per type. So that's how many products there are out of that. Yeah. This was just a debug thing. Whatever. If cell. Okay, so it resets the stuff. I think I've already showed all this. Oh, I got. There's a new script called product data holder. That's for when I eventually want to make products that aren't just vegetables and all that. Because then they'd have to have a different thing than crop growth, because it's not like toothpaste grows on trees. Or, well, I guess granola bars would be a better example. So it, let me get that. Market scripts. Yeah, let's just go on all the crops or products, product ID, base value, local value multiplier, and then it just sets, you know, you put these in, and then you set and then this is being set when the size multiplier for the crop is being set. Okay, products to remove, add products. So this is all. So I separated the removing into its own list because it kept giving me error messages, and also people would buy more crops than would be available by the time they would be finished buying, and so it would just not give as much money as it should have, or it would not buy or something. I forget. Honestly, I forget, but now Now it queues them up into a separate list, and then for everything in that list, remove the num per type, remove from products, and destroy the thing. And then clear the list. This is all the same. This is for there's now a text here displaying all the stuff that's in the inventory of the shop. So so that'd be like you have 1 out of 10 of the things for that kind of crop filled in. Yeah. Item list. Yeah, this updates all that. This makes it be like a new line, I guess, and this is repeated I think two more times whenever it would change. Yeah, like here and here. Toggle commit is it's this. This is the part that pulls the lever. This is just the same thing as the on trigger enter, which is now an on trigger stay, so that it can continuously have crops dropped onto it, or have a pile of crops that continuously get fed into it. This is just the same thing as that, but now reversed. Yeah, sorry for rushing the explanation. I have a thing to go to when this is finished. Let me check that that's everything. Oh. You weren't supposed to see that. If you saw that, just forget about that, please. Yeah, I think that was it. Oh, I also moved the ground under here and made the shop a object that will be avoided by things on the nav mesh. As you can see here, there's like a cutout of it in the nav mesh. Oh dear, my game is lagging and I'm not even starting. I think that I'm gonna call it here. This has been everything to show for now. See you next time.